Hi guys, this is Itumele Mkune. I'm with KG Dato. Catch him on YouTube channel. We are football. Please, we are football channel. Sharp.
We Are Football would like to congratulate Kaizer Chiefs for winning the Nedbank Cup 2025. It is a brilliant achievement. It's been a long 10 years for the Kosi Nation, and they are worthy winners. Okay, so let's get that out the way. And I would like to start off actually this discussion with the words of Coach Nabi, Kaizer Chiefs head coach, Coach Nabi. And I don't think he could have said anything better. And it's a post on his Instagram. So it reads 10 years without a title. This trophy has a special taste. More than just the title, it's a personal and collective revenge against all the doubts that we faced along the way. I think, of course, you know the struggles that Kaizer Chiefs have had throughout the whole season. The pressure on him has been unrelenting. The fans started off well, but we know they grew more restless as the season progressed, and some were even calling for Coach Nabi out, right? So it's been a very, very difficult and challenging journey for Coach Nabi. For me, securing the Nedbank Cup in this very moment should be celebrated and appreciated, just like Chiefs are doing right now. It is well deserved. It is important to sometimes live in the moment. You go through a lot as a person, Nabi as a human being, for his job as a coach, and also for the fans. They've had a lot of ups and downs, but it's these ups, it's these moments that makes the lows worth it, because you know the struggle. You know what it's like to go 10 years without a trophy. So when the trophy does finally come, you do not take it for granted. So celebrate your wins. Don't let anyone diminish it or tell you that it's a small achievement. It is your win. Celebrate it in all areas of your life. He continues by saying, first of all, thank you to my players for their total commitment, their hard work, and their sacrifices that they've made to bring this trophy home. Thank you as well to my staff for their relentless efforts throughout the season. We've had to face the CAF Confederation Cup semi-finalist, the CAF Champions League semi-finalist, and the CAF Champions League finalist to lift this trophy. Nothing was given, everything was earned. And I just think that is absolutely superb. That is a bar. He beat Stellenbosch in the quarterfinals. He beat Mamelodi Sundowns in the semifinals and has now beaten Orlando Pirates, their arch nemesis, their arch rivals, in the final. There is no the road to glory was no tougher than this, and Chiefs have made it through. They've seen it through, and it was basically it was walking through the valley of the shadow of death for Kaizer Chiefs, and they came out alive. So I think he says it's absolutely brilliant, especially with the achievements that these three teams have achieved for South African football over the past 3 years. They are literally number 1, 2, and 3 in the PSL, and that's how they finished in the league last season. And now they were also semi-finalists on the CAF Champions League African continent stage, and we know Sundowns are going to play a final. So this is not an achievement to be taken lightly at all. They literally beat all the best teams in this country on the road to winning this final. So they are worthy winners. He also continues to say a heartfelt thank you to the Kosi Nation, who have never stopped believing in the process, even when the criticism was heavy. You stood strong, loyal, and never lost faith during the toughest times. Your support was our strength. You deserve this victory. And I should also say to the Kosi Nation, we appreciate you for being alive. Come rain, snow, or sunshine, they will still show up. They will still go to the stadium more than anyone else. I do think even when the season was tough during the season, Kaizer Chiefs fans sold out a lot of stadiums, and we saw the passion on display last night, and also when they beat Mamelodi Sundowns in the semi-final. So we want to say thank you, Kosi fans, for showing us that you're still alive, but you were always there. Even throughout the 10 years, you were always there, and now it is time for you to celebrate as much as you want. You have earned the right. You deserve it. No one should criticize you for over celebrating. We see you. We see why you were saying all this time that Chiefs is the biggest club in this country. It has the biggest fan base. We see it. I think Chiefs are just flexing their muscles now, and it's okay. I think let them have their time. Let them enjoy this victory. Just let them have their time. It's their moment. Every team has their moment. So yeah, let's see it for Kaizer Chiefs. And then he ends it by saying that I want to thank and dedicate this trophy to Chairman Dr. Mutawung, to Kaizer Jr. and Bobby and the entire Mutawung family who stood by me through the hard times. This cup is yours. We also know that there was sort of a leaked video of Bobby who was saying that he will not switch. He's staying with his coach, and that is a show of support. That is a show of unity and strength and alignment, and it's come good in this moment right now. He is willing to give Coach Nabi a chance. That's how it seems. They tried to back him a little bit in the transfer window in January to also assist him by bringing in additional players like Lelepo and Tashreeq Morris. That was in January, and we also know at the beginning of the season, they gave him the budget to sign Sereno. Yes, Sereno was sort of free, but his wages aren't free, or his salary isn't free. He then continues by saying, but let's be clear, despite this victory, the job is not done. This is just the beginning. A long journey awaits us with the African stage in sight. Special mention to the fans of ASFAR and Young Africans who kept sending me their support and prayers. I appreciate you dearly. And I think that is a lovely touch to acknowledge his previous clubs there. I think it's a class act. But overall, this message couldn't have been better. It is absolutely perfect for the Kosi Nation to summarize how much this win means to him as a coach and also to the team, and he touched on everybody, which is very lovely to see. So yeah, once again, congratulations Kaizer Chiefs for winning the Nedbank Cup. But at the end of the day, I think it's also really special how and also very strange actually how Chiefs are getting congratulations from everywhere across South Africa. The South African government sent a congratulations message. The Gauteng department sent a congratulations message. Department of Health, Department of Sports, and whatever. SABC sent a congratulations message. I expect things like maybe the Nedbank to also send, because it is their competition, Super Sport, and maybe SABC because they are broadcasting these games. But the government, I'm not sure if I've ever seen that before. Pirates won the MTN 8 3 times, 3 years in a row, right? 3 times consecutively. Never saw a message from the government. Pirates won the Nedbank Cup the last 2 years in a row. Never saw a congratulations from the South African government. Sundowns have won the league 8 times, 8 years in a row. I've never seen a congratulations from the South African government. So Chiefs are absolutely flexing their muscles on us. It shows you how big this team is. And, fair play to them. We can't say anything. Maybe it's biased, maybe it's the admin, but at the end of the day, they're the ones getting all this love and support. But yeah, it's been so good that I'm even being told that even right now, Chiefs fans are still celebrating. It is literally the next night. Chiefs fans didn't sleep, apparently. Some of them didn't sleep and they're still celebrating. Some of them are not even going to work on Monday. They're taking leave. And we know that there's been calls for a public holiday for Monday. That's not happening. But I don't know, it's been a very, very celebratory occasion, right? So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way and say congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. For Orlando Pirates, I think I want to say that please do not overreact. It is actually not that bad. Pirates has had an absolutely wonderful campaign, wonderful year. And for Jose Rivero, it is not a fairy tale ending. Football does not always have a happy ending. 3 years at the club, 3 MTN 8s, 2 Nedbank Cups. He's took Pirates to 6 finals and has won 5 of them. What more can you actually want? I cannot believe that there's some people saying he's not a good coach or he hasn't done well for Pirates. No, that is absolute nonsense. He's done the best that he can with the squad that he has. He's gotten the most out of every single player that's playing their best football. He has also changed Orlando Pirates' mentality about giving youngsters a chance. He's given us gems of Nkota and Mufukeng especially. He's given us absolute gems. So what more do you want from Jose Rivero? He was up against Sundowns in the league. Sundowns are also still breaking records every single year. It's very hard to keep up with that. And we also know he does not have the same transfer budget. He does not have the same squad depth. He does not have the same quality of players. So he's done so well to keep up with Sundowns and to challenge. Yes, finishing second 3 years in a row isn't necessarily a title, but it is far from failure. It is not failure. It is still success. If you're looking at the bigger picture, Pirates have done well in the league, and he has also gotten Pirates back into the CAF Champions League, and Pirates have made a significant footprint. Pirates reached the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League and were a few minutes away from going to a final. What more could you want? No one expected Pirates to be anywhere near the CAF Champions League semi-finals, and to give that much hope, to raise the fans' expectations again, the club's standards, to fill up Orlando Stadium as much as he has in the past few years. Jose Rivero is leaving the club on a high. I don't necessarily agree that him announcing his departure at the end of the season, during the season, was a mistake. No, he's done that to give the club enough time to find his replacement. He's done that and been open and transparent to his players. And in a way, it could have motivated the players to be playing their best football, because they knew that this is their last season with the manager and they want to go out on a high. They love him and they want to show him their love by delivering trophies, right? So they played their best football. Yes, more trophies didn't come. It's okay. But who knows that if, let's say, he didn't say anything, that Pirates were going to be in these positions anyway. No one knows that. If anything, it could have motivated the players. So I do not agree with the narrative whatsoever. He's open with the fans and the players. I think that is important to also give the club enough time to plan for his succession. So with that being said, we want to also say congratulations, Jose Rivero. It looks like it was not meant to be in terms of getting the league and also the CAF Champions League, as well as the last Nedbank Cup final. But your stint in South African football has been absolutely world-class, and we wish you the best wherever you will go. Now, we can talk about the game. And it is very clear that Chiefs did not come to play football. It was win by any means necessary. They actually played a dirty game. People saying that Chiefs outplayed Orlando Pirates, and that is far from the truth. Yes, Chiefs won the game in the parts that mattered most. That is what a final is. I did say it, that whoever wants it more, whoever is more hungry will win this game. I told you that Chiefs have a better chance of winning the Nedbank Cup final than they did winning the league game, because the league game is more tactical, it's more organized, and we know that Pirates have the better quality of players, Pirates has the better coach, and Pirates have the better tactics. So that was always going to show. But in a once-off final where passion reigns above all, form does not matter, head-to-head record doesn't matter. That we know Pirates beat Chiefs 2 times this season in the league, but throw that out the window, because whoever plays their best game and takes their opportunities wins the game, and that is all that matters. Chiefs did not outplay Orlando Pirates at all, and Pirates did not play a bad game. Pirates had more attempts on goal, triple the amount of attempts that Chiefs had. Pirates had more shots on target than Kaizer Chiefs, almost double the amount of shots on target. Chiefs had 1 corner, Pirates had 7. That shows who was taking the game to the other, who's creating chances, who's had more shots and attempt on goal, where the other team had to be more defensive. That is showing who was applying pressure. Pirates obviously had more possession than Kaizer Chiefs, right? So yeah, with that being said, by the stats, Pirates played a better game than Kaizer Chiefs. With the eye, Chiefs didn't play great football. They had great moments, but Pirates were playing the better football, the more entertaining football. Chiefs were breaking up Pirates' attacks in a whole number of ways. Chiefs committed so many fouls. Chiefs committed almost double the amount of fouls that Orlando Pirates committed. Chiefs ended the match with 6 yellow cards. Pirates had 1. So Chiefs definitely came to play a dirty game. And it should be said that Wandile Duba should have been sent off for his stamp on Makaula. His stamp on Makaula was dangerous. It was a dangerous tackle. It was serious foul play. He was high. And he actually injured Makaula. We don't have to say he could have injured Makaula. He actually injured Makaula, and Makaula went off. And Chiefs scored after Makaula went off. We know Makaula is Orlando Pirates' CDM, main CDM, and has been one of the players of the season for Orlando Pirates. And his combination with Mbata is the reason why Pirates went undefeated for so long in the league and also in CAF, right? So Pirates don't have many losses this season, and Makaula is an integral part of that combination in midfield that contributes defensively to Orlando Pirates. So it is a definitely significant event. It's very material that Duba didn't get a red card, number one, but most importantly, he injured Macaula and force Jose Rivero into an unwanted substitution, right? And for those people who saying it's not a straight red, at minimum, it's definitely a yellow card. I know it's a red card, but let's just for the sake of conversation say, let's say no, it's not a straight red. Yes, he should get a yellow for that. But then he goes on to pull Mbogazi off the ball unnecessarily, which is a yellow card in itself. And that's what he got the yellow card for. And therefore, those are two separate yellow card offenses. And then he should be off for a red card. And for people saying you can't get two yellow cards in almost the same phase of play, not really. It's happened to Gabriel Martinelli of Arsenal, where he's gotten two yellow cards within a space of 5 seconds. Why? For two separate offenses, right? So Duba's offense, foul on Macaula, which is at minimum a yellow card, but it should be a red. But just for the sake of conversation, we'll say yellow. And then the pull on Mbogazi off the ball, we know that's definitely a yellow card, right? So I don't know, have your pick, all right? But have your pick. But with that being said, we can go into the other moments that happened in the game. The penalty for Kaizer Chiefs, yes, that is a penalty. So Orlando Pirates shouldn't say that because Van Rooyen was running back, it was natural in his stride. He did not attempt to kick Bulemodi down. Yes, just because you didn't have the intention does not necessarily negate the foul. It is still a foul. It is still obstruction because Bulemodi does not go down without that trip. Intentional or not, Bulemodi does not go down if it wasn't for the contact made by Van Rooyen. So yes, there was contact. You can't blame Bulemodi for going down, and you can't also blame Van Rooyen for committing the foul. It's just one of those unfortunate incidents. It is a penalty. Sereno steps up and tucks it away brilliantly. It's a good goal. Chiefs take the lead. Pirates equalize with a goal from Mahopa. He scored last week against Kaizer Chiefs and he has done it again. Brilliant free kick, brilliant cross by Dion Hoto to the far post, and then what a brilliant header by Mahopa, who rose highest to hit that ball. Good determination there. The last goal, however, it is a mistake by Mbogazi. I think Mbogazi had a very brilliant game. He literally pocketed Wandile Duba like he was nothing, and you could see that Duba got frustrated. That's why it led to that incident where he was pulling Mbogazi. But Duba was nowhere to be seen in that game because Mbogazi had a near perfect game. But that's football for you. And I did say a team that's going to win it either through one moment of brilliance or a mistake from the other. And it had to be a combination of both that showed in this case. Mbogazi tries to do a long pass from the back. He doesn't get enough on it. It's intercepted by Mtweta, who's just come on. The subs by Coach Nabi added the pressure from Kaizer Chiefs, who are now pressing high. Mduduzi Shabalala and Mtetwa and Ashley Dupree, they came on, they changed the game because they were applying an intense press. It wasn't necessarily a problem for Pirates because I thought Pirates was still playing good football, but now we know that Macaula was out, so there was not that safety net in CDM. Mbata was exposed because you could see when Mtata cuts it out, then it becomes an almost 4 versus 3 because Orlando Pirates players are out of position. Bogazi's mistake, he doesn't get enough on his pass. It's intercepted by Mtetwa, who plays it, or he basically lands at the feet of Lelepo, picks a very good pass for the run of Mduduzi Shabalala, which is good. You think that he took too long. He didn't take his man on. I thought maybe take your man on, hit it on the left foot. He didn't do that, but he still importantly retains possession, plays it to Ashley Dupree. It's not a good pass. You think Chiefs have lost their opportunity. Dupree does well to keep the pressure on and to keep that opportunity alive, and he crosses it back to the D, right? He crosses it back to the D and Mart meets it on the volley. Weaker foot. That is absolutely a sensational finish. The control that he gets on it, it's bottom corner, Chain doesn't get to it, and it's a goal good enough to win any final. And I also want to appreciate Yusuf Mart because I've told you guys this. He is not a bad player for Kaizer Chiefs. He's actually very good, and I think he is a good captain. We know he scored a long-range screamer against Orlando Pirates before at the FNB to win Chiefs the Derby, and he's come up with another great goal to win Chiefs the Derby. And I did say that Mart is good enough for Kaizer Chiefs, and I want to see the apologies on the timeline going out to Yusuf Mart because I think sometimes fans are unfair. They really criticize more than they praise, and this is the time where you would send your apologies to Mart for the abuse that he's received on the timeline. I did not tolerate any Mart slander on the timeline. I tried to defend him even as an Orlando Pirates fan, but he's come good for Kaizer Chiefs and he needs to be celebrated. And there's a lot of people that need to apologize. So yeah, good goal. What a brilliant way to win the game. I just also want to touch on another incident. I don't think Mufokeng's little push from Miguel on Mufokeng was a foul. It was not a penalty. It's just not enough. It's just unfortunate that it knocked Mufokeng off balance, but it is okay. It is okay that it was not a penalty. It was just not enough contact. Mufokeng should have been stronger, but we know he's a little bit small and football is a contact sport, and he was just off balance, so he couldn't get the shot away. But he did brilliant to eliminate Miguel, who was almost down and out, but he just put a hand to just knock him off balance, but not enough for a penalty. So that is a good decision from the referee. And I also think Miguel's clothesline, WWE rugby tackle on Nkota, it's not a straight red card. It is a tactical foul. It is a professional foul, but it's absolutely dirty. It is disgusting play, but Chiefs had to win that by any means necessary. You could see that desperation, and that's what it took for them to win it. That's how they won it. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't pretty. It was dirty. But, fair play to them. They did what they needed to be done. You could say that for me, the referee had a shaky performance. Sometimes he tries to let the play continue, doesn't call fouls, but then sometimes he calls fouls for minor incidents. So you're getting confused. So he tried his best, but he didn't have a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination. Even Chiefs fans could actually complain about how the free kick was given to Mufokeng for the goal, for the Orlando Pirates equalizer. You could say that maybe it was a little bit soft, but he saw a little tug and he blew. But that's why I'm saying it's a little bit inconsistent. Are you allowing contact? Are you not? How much are you allowing? Be more consistent. And we know, for me, he missed Wandile Duba's stamp on Makaula, and for me that is a red card. I think everyone should know that it's definitely a red card for Wandile Duba. So referee's performance, not too bad, but not great at all. And in essence, Chiefs win the game. It wasn't pretty. Orlando Pirates did play the better football. Orlando Pirates did create more chances and the better chances, but Chiefs took their opportunities, right? So it's not like Pirates played bad, and I think let's take that narrative out. I do want to criticize Jose Rivero for starting with Tito. I think starting Tito and not Dlamini, Tito was ineffective in this game. He did not raise up his hand. Yes, he's shown up multiple times for Pirates in big games and in previous finals. That is for sure. Take nothing away from that. But in yesterday's game, Tito was one of Orlando Pirates' weak links, right? So I think if Gabelo Dlamini had played, it would have given a better balance to Orlando Pirates. And we've also seen that midfield of Macau Lambata and Dlamini in big games before. And Gabelo Dlamini is on fire lately, right? And for me, he was the man of the match during Golden Arrows' game with that pass and how he ran and controlled that game, which would have given Pirates a better control of that midfield and a better way of retaining the ball and controlling possession. So for me, that is the only criticism that I have from Jose Rivero. There he got it wrong. I don't think Tito should have started, but Tito did well during the week to get a goal to basically force Jose Rivero's hand to play him in the big game. And we know that it is a derby, it is entertainment. A lot of people watch Tito and come to the stadium to watch Tito entertain the fans, but we didn't even get that. So he did not really do anything. He was not effective in any way. So for me, Tito had a really terrible game and didn't really contribute much to Orlando Pirates. Nkota as well had a very poor game. He did not do much. And last week, I think there was a spell after he got crossed the first yellow in the first opening minutes of the game and the assist to Mahopa. He went quiet for 75 minutes of the game until we showed up again in the 90th minute where he got cross sent off. But that's what I was saying. Nkota also against Kukune, his decision making has not been very good lately, but he is young, so you can't necessarily blame him. But I think it's also shown that, you can't always rely on young players. If that's Saleng, yes, we can be more critical. But we do know Saleng is a better player than Nkota, and Pirates are also losing out on that. And maybe that's another situation we should criticize Orlando Pirates as a whole. Maybe it's not the coach, maybe it's the board, maybe it's the people behind the scenes, maybe it's Saleng himself, but no matter what, we need to blame Orlando Pirates for Saleng not being an option that we can use for any of these games. Even if it was an option on the bench, his qualities definitely would have come in handy, and we know that he's won us the final multiple times before. He's won us big games multiple times before. So we wanna say that situation, if it was handled properly, maybe Pirates would have had a full complement of a team that's good enough to go win these trophies. Maybe Pirates become closer to Sundowns in the league. Maybe Pirates make it to the CAF Champions League final. Maybe Pirates win the Nedbank Cup if Saleh was available. So yeah, for me, those are my two criticisms for Orlando Pirates. I did say at the beginning that it looks like it's going to be an interesting season. The big three looks like they've all delivered for their fans. It looks like Sundowns will secure the league. It's just a matter of time. Kaizer Chiefs have now delivered the Nedbank Cup to their fans, and Pirates are not leaving empty-handed. They are walking away with the MTN8 secured this season, right? So it's now up to Sundowns to see if they could also deliver the CAF Champions League for their fans. So South African football this season has been absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for following on TikTok. We've just hit 17,000, on Facebook 28,000, and on YouTube 4,000, approaching 5. So if I could just ask you to please hit the like button, subscribe, comment. I also read all your comments. I'll try to respond to most of them. Yeah, if I could just ask you to please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Maybe share the video so we can get this to reaching as many people as possible. But I really appreciate every one of you that's supported me from the very beginning. So yeah, with that being said, once again, I'm sorry, Orlando Pirates fans. It was not meant to be, but it's okay. We've had our moments. We've celebrated multiple trophies every single year, and now it is the time of Kaizer Chiefs. So congratulations, Makosi, on winning the Nedbank Cup 2025. Yeah, like I said, with that being said, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, this is I'm with KG, Tato. Catch him on YouTube channel. We are football. Please. Our football channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
We'll be there. Do you care though? Who will be there?